Now I start getting negative paperwork at work. Trauma comes in all different stages. Different stages of trauma happen at different times in someone's life. By the way, I have all of the documents to prove everything that I'm saying. And we're not even talking about the accused falsifying an official statement. Not even talking about that. Not even pointing out the fact, I didn't even know this. I know my victim's counsel did, and I know the government prosecutor did. Not even pointing out the fact that the accused has done this 3 times. I know 2 times or more in his career. And he's still here. He still served many, many years beyond those two or more incidents of him violating men, his roommates. But unfortunately, that wasn't brought up in court by the prosecutor, because there's no jury. They can't put the evidence on the table because the terms of the pretrial agreement. I didn't know that. Maybe if I had known that I could have had a civilian attorney representative, maybe things would have went a little different. But nothing for the victim. Due process for the accused, no due justice for the victims, because there's more than just me, and there's evidence to prove it. So, I was just at 5 years of my career. It was going uphill, and then it stalled, and now it's diminished so much. Ruined 2 families. Me. Ruined 2 families. 2 marriages. Okay. So let's fast forward. I still want to serve the people. I still want to protect and defend the people. So I tried to go and do one of the couple of things that allows me to save others' lives from this happening to them. Everyone was on board. There were 1, 2, 3, 4 people. 4 people who were all on board. Have emails to prove it. Hi, sir. But it was a few months too far out for them to, slap the table. Okay, here's your reassignment letter. Out of 4 people, 1 person had retired. And not long after, we're talking about less than a month, no longer than after they retired, I followed up as they asked me to at that time frame, and I get an automatic reply back that they had already transitioned out and the new person that came in. So I forwarded the email to the new person that came in. The new person that came in looked over the email, and they were like, "Hi, sir. Thank you so much for forwarding the email chain. And I went through and read everything, and you seem like a great candidate to do what you're seeking to do. How does this sound? How about I issue you a reassignment letter to show up to your new place of employment at this date. 30 minutes later, I respond, yes, thank you so much. That is a blessing, and I definitely look forward to it. 2 months go by, nothing. Not a reassignment letter, not nothing like that. So I reach out to them. And they were like, oh yeah, I'm sorry. I don't have any impact because the headquarters is looking for you to submit for, the headquarters is trying to get some submissions for these separate 3 things, even though we had already agreed. All they had to do was issue the reassignment letter. So, and not to mention, with this promise for reassignment to the place that we all had agreed upon, verbally and on paper, I had signed up for another contract with the promise that was there. After I executed that contract, that's when they came back and said, oh, well, you're going to have to submit for something else because I have no control over you going to where or doing what you want them to do now. So I'm up under another contract to do what we all had agreed on, and now you're telling me that I'm not? You got to be kidding me. I let it go. I did my best. And now, here we are, 2024, and I'm in a medical status because I'm going through all of the trauma, being diagnosed with a lot of things, having my treatment team, having my my safety net, and what do they call it? I just say treatment team, like a network, like a safety network, people that you trust and stuff, physicians, doctors, nurses, and I get a notification on January 17th. You have a reassignment letter to leave on March 1st, 2024, and report on March 1st, 2024 to North Carolina. We need you to leave Florida and go to North Carolina all in one day. By the way, we're not going to pay you for it. You're going to come out of pocket for it, and that's going to be the end of that. So I send them a nice, calm, respectable message the same day, and like, hi ma'am, I received this notification. I still have custody things I have to take care of. I still have, I still got to go to court. I still have to figure out what I'm going to do with my house here. I have to figure out what I'm going to do with housing there. I have to find out what I'm going to do with my mom, because my mom, I'm taking care of my mom now. She's living with me. And I'm also in a medical status. And North Carolina is 800 miles away, 12-hour drive. And because it's more than 50 miles, that constitutes travel entitlement. No response. No response. Still to this day, no response. So on February 20th, a month and a half later, I submit another complaint to the Inspector General's office. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is who I am, and I'm contacting your office on behalf of this incident. The first time was when, not even to mention, I'm going to stop right there real quick. Not even to mention, I was supposed to be at that new reassignment at the time my friend committed suicide. I didn't even know that they were going to be going there, but I know that I would have been there at the time they were. Now I know that because unfortunately, you know, my boy. And that is traumatizing, to know that you were supposed to be somewhere, but you could not be there because one person decided to change their mind when everything was already in play. And then your best friend commits suicide, and you find out that they were stationed where you were going to be stationed. And it's like, man, that messes a person up. So I'm not going to show you the bracelet, but my first one, unfortunately and sadly, I'm going to record another one.